Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Football Out West show. Tonight we start off on a very somber note. We've just received news in the last hour that one of our most loyal and one of our most dedicated listeners and a true fan of the show and a true fan of the football community in the Western Suburbs, Maxi Santage, passed overnight. To say we're devastated is an understatement. But the show must go on, and I think this is something that Maxi would have liked. So our heartfelt condolences go out to his wife, Maya, and to everyone who knew Maxi Santage at the St Albans Saints Soccer Club, at Gorse Bears, and later on we will have an opportunity to pay a little bit of tribute to Maxi. My name is Tonshi Prusats, and joining me is Steve and Craig, gentlemen. What a shock. What an absolute shock, Craig. Firstly to you.
Yes, Tonch, when you called me literally 45 minutes ago with the news, just devastated. I did ring and speak to somebody from St Albans Saints, and they weren't aware of it at the time either, so they made a few phone calls and come back and confirmed it's the case. As you said, 36 years old, young family. Just a month ago, he posted on social media that they're expecting their second child. Devastating news for everybody. It's just seem to be having lots of them at the moment, Donch, and you just don't think anything can happen, but just shows you just don't know what's around the corner. But Maxi was a loyal listener, good friend. He'll be missed by a lot of people.
A very, very positive spirit in our community. And Craig, we're talking off air today. We're both constantly surprised who tunes into the Football Out West show, who listens to the Football Out West show. To all those people, thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, tuning in, week out. And look, not everyone joins in the chat. There seems to be this little community that always joins in, week out. Brenton Ray, Mark Sultana, president of our major sponsor, George Cross, Santino Mamone, Michael Ong, and Maxi Santage. He was always there. He was a regular. He was Steve. He used to watch the Geelong show. He doesn't live in Geelong. He used to watch and tune into the Geelong show and comment. It's absolutely devastating. But when you've got a young man of mid-30s, young daughter, another one on the way. Absolutely tragic, Steve.
Yeah, it's absolutely gut-wrenching and such a somber note to start the show on, a show that because of people like Maxi that we can have this show every week and make it a real celebration of our community, of our football. And he's that kind of guy, and really fortunate to have the privilege of having met Maxi down at Churchill Reserve, and he is that kind of guy. Maybe you don't even really know him, and he'll come up to you and make himself known and have a bit of a chat, and just a really lovely, down to earth guy, and just in the prime of his life, and taken away from us. It's really hard to find words to communicate it at the moment, other than to really wish our most heartfelt condolences to everyone and so many people that he will have touched in his life in one way or another, and friends and family. So. I think you've put it very well, Tonch, and Craig as well. So, it's hard to move on and just go on about our business and talk about football. But as you said, that's what he would want us to do, and we'll do our best to do that tonight. And of course, almost fittingly, we will be talking about St Albans tonight in our first part of the show as well.
Yeah, Craig, who we got tonight?
Well, we spoke earlier on, didn't we, just before we move on, about whether we should actually do the show.
That's how much it's
situation.
Yeah.
But given that Maxi is a loyal listener, and as you said, Steve, it's people like Maxi is the reason we do the show. So it seems right that we can continue, and seems right that we pay homage to him as well. And as you said, it's fate that St Albans is going to be part of the show tonight. So let's carry on and make it a good show. And difficult to put into words.
life goes on, or as Ned Kelly used to say, such is life, for those of you that know Notorious Bushranger, but it is such is life. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to push ahead as best we can. But once again, on behalf of all of us here at the Football Outlet Show, on behalf of the entire football community in the Western Suburbs, to everyone associated at St Albans Dynamo, to everyone associated at the Gorsuch Bears Soccer Club, regardless if you're a fan of the club or not, you are definitely a fan of this man if you ever got to know him. I met him twice in my life, but he just felt like a brother to me because he was there. He was a constant week in, week out. We will miss you. We will miss you, Maxi.